Welcome to Monday morning. The Daily Squeeze takes 61 love buckets. So I have been talking, or I have been kind of mentioning, I guess, love buckets for the last little while, and it's really taken me a little while to wrap my head around how I'm going to explain to you what I mean by love buckets. It's really a self-care topic, but it's also, when you're dealing with weight loss and the weight loss journey, it's really important to understand what you need that fulfills you. So a lot of people talk about self-care as in manicures, pedicures, and spa days. That's great. I am a person that definitely needs that. I love to focus on me, and that's just one way that works for me. It may not work for you, and that's okay. And that's why I kind of talk about love buckets with all my clients. And love buckets are essentially, they're kind of the love languages, but more specific, I guess. So are you aware of the love languages? I'm just going to bring my notes around because obviously I have all this written up. And there will be a blog posted tomorrow. Look at that, people. Getting my rhythm? Yeah, so love languages. There are 5 main love languages. There is receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, and physical touch. So I'm just going to kind of go through one at a time and kind of talk about the different love buckets and how you can fill that up. So pretty much love buckets for me are, it's a way of self-care that you know you need, and there's nothing wrong with it. So by saying it's a need, it's not that, like, there's no blame, shame, or judgment here. This is a good space, and I'm going to tell you all about my love buckets to try to help explain it to you. Receiving gifts is one of the love languages. So that's obviously, the act of giving and receiving. You feel special, you feel loved, you feel happy, joy when someone gives you a gift, and that gift could just be anything, or it could be really meaningful to you. So I would break this up into the love buckets of meaningful gifts. They've really thought about what it is I like to do, how I like to spend my time, what brings me joy, and they really focused in to give me a gift that serves me. You can also receive a gift, and that's just kind of anything. Oh, I saw this and I got one for you and one for you. Possibly not the best explanation, but I'm gonna keep going, and I'm hoping it's going to help you. So receiving gifts is one that a lot of people don't realize that they love receiving gifts, and it is one of their love languages because they feel like it's selfish, and or like a lot of people have that stigma around what am I trying to say? It's Monday. Yeah, so a lot of people can sometimes think, receiving gifts, that's selfish, and or that person is all based on having a lot of things, and or needing high ticket items or brand names and stuff like that. But you are who you are, and own it. Like, no matter what it is that you need to have your love buckets filled up, like, own it. Another one of the love languages is quality time. This is a big one for me. I break quality time down into quality time with my family, quality time with Mark, quality time with my girls. Girl time is my love bucket that fills up super quick. One coffee can do the trick, and then it goes down super quick. And I literally just think of the love buckets as, being a bucket filled with water. If it's full, everything's happy and go lucky, and if it's empty, obviously you want it to be full and plentiful. So quality time, family, friends. Friends can be broken down into girlfriends, all friends. I love my girly time. It is a love bucket that I talk about a lot because it's something that isn't sustained for me. And that is because we have moved around so often, and Mark is just not a girly person at all, and he won't go do girly things with me. But that's okay, because his love bucket is over here, and my girl time love bucket is over here. Quality time with pets, with children, with just quality time with you. So me time is also very important to me. And yeah, so that's the love buckets and quality time. You kind of have to really reflect in the past when you were really happy. What were you doing? What served you, to really know kind of what love buckets you want filled. I do have a quiz for what love language best describes you, or if there's a couple. I definitely give that out to all my clients because it's something you need to know. If you're happy and you're joyful, you know, the weight loss journey is that much easier. So it's important to understand what is going to serve you, what's going to fulfill you, what's going to leave you having abundance of things that you need. Words of affirmation. So, you know, I love you. I do believe Mark is a words of affirmation love language. Being told I love you really makes him happy. He tells me all the time where I'm more of a actions speak louder than words girl. Complete opposites there, but that's okay. Again, as long as we know and we're aware of it, it serves us, because then we know what we have to do. And yeah, you do have to sometimes change your language. Just speak with your partner so that they know that you do love them and stuff. But words of affirmation, just compliments, telling someone how you feel. Yeah, love buckets there could be feelings, emotions, compliments. Yeah, what brings you joy? So when people tell you things, do you believe it? Do you take on things? Do you love to hear how amazing the things are, the things and stuff are that you have? The next love language is acts of service. So if you're someone that loves when someone picks up the kitchen for you or vacuums the house, takes out the garbage, goes and gets your car serviced without asking, yard work, your most hated chore, your favorite chore, any act of service. So like I love having a clean kitchen, so I know when Mark cleans up after, you know, a day where we have a full kitchen of dirty dishes or something, because we're not really the type to use the dishwasher too much. I love it. Yes, please. Love bucket full, like, you know, how much acts of service do you need? Is it something that kind of drops quickly? Is it something that gets plentiful really quickly? I think for my acts of service, I think my bucket kind of stays quite good. Mark and I more or less share chores around the house. We like to be clean. We like to be tidy. As much as we love our animals, we're not super fond of fur everywhere, so we are always cleaning and doing a little bit each day, so you don't have to like spend all weekend cleaning or something. So that love bucket's quite full. I used to wait to, you know, clean on Saturdays when I was working my full-time job, and I wouldn't actually relax on Saturdays until that love bucket was full of everything was cleaned, everything was nice, and everything had its place. So It's going to be different from me to you, and that's fine. I'm just telling you what works for me so that you understand what I'm talking about with love buckets, because I will be going back and I will start to talk about these so much more, because it's just my wording and it's what I use in my day-to-day language, and I just think it works. So let me know your thoughts, your comments. Message me or comment below. I'd love to hear how you are taking all this information in. I trust you do understand. So the last love language is the physical touch. Physical touch is a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people think, oh, you have to be in a romantic relationship to understand physical touch, but you don't. I love to talk about mom hugs. So mom hugs are mom hugs. Moms know how to hug. I have my good friend Amy that I met at work in Rocky, and I got to know her and her mom, and I love seeing Ellison and getting mom hugs. Like, I remember after I had met Ellison, you know, I looked at Amy and I was like, oh, your mom gives some really good mom hugs. That's physical touch that I don't get because I'm not near my mom. My mom is in the States and I'm in Australia. So when I meet people and I get to meet their moms, mom hugs are amazing to me. Love bucket full. If I don't have a mom hug for a while, love bucket down. So that's something that I really love. I love a really good mom hug, and it's just that really good embrace where they don't want to let go because they know they don't get it all the time, but when they do get it, they like savor that moment and you can feel it. And I just had some lovely mom hugs from Mark's mom when I went down to Mackay. So it doesn't have to be, you know, this is just my wording, but I understand that because I've kind of missed out moving away from home, that love bucket of mine sits there, and sometimes it's quite empty and I don't realize how much I just need a hug. It probably doesn't have to be a mom hug. I love to describe mom hugs because everyone's just thinks I'm a little bit silly when I say it, and that's fine, but you know, my friends give me great mom hugs as well, so it's all in that. But that's a physical touch. That's a warm embrace, you know, so it is one of my physical touch love buckets. Obviously there's the intimacy with Mark. You know, there are some times where Mark works outside. Mark's not a cuddly person, and sometimes it really irritates me. Something that I can do for myself to fill up the physical touch bucket when he doesn't want to be cuddly or I'm being extra clingy or something is I can go get a massage. It's just kind of, it's not an intimacy, the physical touch, but it's being embraced, or it's being touched. And there's nothing wrong with it. Getting a massage, you know, even just a hand massage or a foot massage, getting a pedicure, self-love, that ticks off my box, and then getting that little bit of a foot massage with it, a little bit of physical touch as well. It's what works for me. Again, it may not work for you, but it serves me really well. So massages, mom hugs, intimacy with your partner, you know, everything kind of goes on a roller coaster. So there's always a way around. If you don't have something, you can get one of your love languages through another avenue. It may not be the avenue that you want or your preferred avenue, but there's always little ways to kind of tweak it. Tweak. It's one of those Mondays. So I trust that you understand these love buckets. It's about taking the different love languages or just self-love in general and figuring out what really serves you. I never realized that I really, really, really missed my hugs from my mom until I think it was about 5 years when I moved here, and one of my, probably less than that because I was still in Brisbane. One of my bosses in Brisbane, she was a mom. I was having a hard time, and I had like one of my first panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and it was pretty much brought on because there was nothing I could do. I had done everything, and then the time came to wait, be patient. And it was around my residency stuff and living in Australia. And I had to take some time, figure stuff out. Wasn't in the work frame of mind, but what ended up happening, we ended up going for a coffee. She asked what was going on. I explained everything to her, and she sat there, okay, what are you doing about this? This. What are you doing about this? This. What are you doing about this? Oh. So everything's pretty much set. It's just the waiting period. And that's when I got really anxious. And it was the first time, and stood up, said thank you. Everything was go. She gave me a massive, massive mom hug. Ooh, tears flew. Wow, I was missing that. It's really hard because I can't, if I have a bad day here, I can't call home. I can't talk to my sister. I can't talk to my mom. I can't have a daddy conversation or anything like that. And it gets really, really hard. So then I just get mad and angry. But I know to have as many calls in the morning, because that's everyone's night at home, as often and as much as possible. And I will put that stuff first, because that is a love bucket that I don't know when will get filled. And I like to keep it as plentiful as possible. So you may not realize what it is what your love buckets are that are really, really meaningful to you right now, but knowing what your love language is can help. Understanding what it is about your love language and why you like it, that's really, really beneficial. And then understanding that you can break it down further and have little specific needs. We all are human, we all have needs, and it's perfectly fine. It's great to just accept yourself for who you are, and know that meeting these love bucket needs are just a way to make sure that you are fulfilled and that you can give your best to the people, things, and stuff around you. So I trust that this was helpful. Let me know what love buckets you're thinking of for you. Like I said, it's based around the 5 love languages. So you have receiving gifts, quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, and physical touch. Some of my love buckets that I like to keep plentiful are mom hugs. Get those whenever I can. I explain that. Girly time. Girly time is one of my love buckets that fills up really easily but empties just as easily, unfortunately. So it's something I focus on, and I try to always have some girly time coming up or catch-ups scheduled in. Like this week, Thursday, I'm going to see Amy for some drinks, and I cannot wait. We have a gift voucher for a cheese platter, and bring it on. So in saying that, I trust that this was good for you. I trust that you understand a little bit more about me blabbing on about love buckets. It is revolving around the love languages, and the way this does help our weight loss journey is when we know we are fulfilled, it is easier to chase our goals, because then we know we are more confident, we are worthy, and we are imperfectly perfect just as we are, and we can do anything we put our minds to it. Have a great Monday. I will see you tomorrow, and let me know about your love buckets and your thoughts. Bye.